Hello everyone, this is the Emerald Structure, aka the Emerald here, and today we're going to be talking about a post that I saw on a Discord server that I am in. Again, this is a made-up concept, as you can see up here, disclaimer, this is a made-up concept for an anniversary promo, so I'm not saying this is true at all, but this is what people have been speculating for the Genshin Impact anniversary, which is right around the corner. It is literally like close to us. I believe it is only a few months away, I think. Maybe like a month or two away, which is crazy to me that it's almost been a year in Genshin Impact. But anyway, as you can see here, from what you see is, what it shows is 5 characters you can pick from the 5 normal 5 stars you can pick in the game. Jean, Chi-Chi, Diluc, Mona, and Kaching. And you can pick one of 10 5-star weapons available to you. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the best choices for you to whatever you want to pick. So let's quickly start off with, I think, a character I don't think you should get, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi herself is fine, but however, her kit does not work out in her favor well. Her skill just has a ridiculously long cooldown that does not match her duration in the slightest. And honestly, you only really use it to heal. Her burst is okay, but again, the regen is not like amazing. It's not like something you would go for like quickly, and it's not amazing. Her constellations too are very like the first one is very like, it's when your skill hits someone hit by a talisman, you get 2 energy from it. It's not a lot. This is fine, but like again, that's assuming you're using Chi-Chi as a main DPS, which most likely you're not. C4, the Constellation 4 is not that bad actually. Decreasing enemies' attacks by 20% is really good, and Constellation 6 is okay if you want to full like a team revive, right? But other than that, she's not like anything spectacular. So I'd say only really go for her if you don't have her in the game and you have every other character. Next character you might not pick, Jean. Jean is a bit better than Chi-Chi in the regards of she has more usability than Chi-Chi does. Her skill is like the whole where you can push enemies away, and the fall damage you take is really good. And her skill is a bit better with the idea of like it's a field that you can sit in, and the amount of HP resource skills of Jean's attack, just like her normal attack. It's pretty good in my opinion. And like any enemies that come in will take a Nebo damage, which is pretty good. You can activate swirl, and it's pretty good. Only problem is the healing from normal attacks is a 50% chance, which is fine, but like it's not guaranteed like other characters like Barbara, where you just have to pop her skill and then just attack when you'll guarantee heal everyone, or like Chi-Chi, where as long as you have your skill active, you'll heal everyone as long as you hit an enemy, and then with the talisman, if you hit them every now and again, you'll heal. Maybe if there's like a guaranteed chance to heal like 15% of your attack, or maybe even 10%, that'd be really good. However, it's really good that she heals over all point numbers instead of just one. But then again, so is Barbara, Chi-Chi, everyone else. So her second talent is not bad either. It's not horrible, but it's not amazing. It's pretty good. Constellations are a bit better than Chi-Chi's, but nothing to write home about except for Constellation 4. That one is pretty good too. Constellation 2 is not bad either. It's actually pretty handy since you'll get your skill very quickly. Like as long as you can last for 5 seconds, and the cooldown is 6 seconds, which is really good, right? And then Constellation 6 is not bad either. Incoming damage is decreased by 35%. However, the problem is it has like a cooldown of sorts. Like you can only take 3 attacks and then that's it, right? But it's cool. It's not bad. Only problem is, again, healers are just sort of in the weird spot where they're not really useful in a lot of situations, because either you have a lot of health or the character will just constantly works off the idea of like they just do so much damage they don't need healing. It's like they do so much damage they don't need it. Or you have Zhongli and you have the best shield in the game. So I'd say if you want an okay physical damage dealer, she's the one you want to go for, but again, not someone you want to go like immediately for. Now let's go for a character you might actually get, Mona. She's one of the better supports in the game, being one of the only good catalysts in the game, along with Ningguang and Yanfei. Everyone is at best. She's basically mainly a support. She's a whole support. Her skill will taunt enemies and deal higher damage while it's there, and then it'll explode, doing more higher damage. She's one of supposedly 2 only characters in the game. Not right now. Like right now, she's the only one. But later on, most likely we'll get a second one that has a special sprint, but that's not really the biggest deal. And then her burst will trap enemies in the hydro, and then it'll do like a bit of hydro damage to them. And then while it's happening, it increases the damage they take. So which is really good for other DPS users. It's really good, right? These are her skills actually aren't that bad either. She'll get more hydro based off her energy recharge, 20% of it, which is really good, and there's no cap on it either. So if they ever do make an energy recharge set, this will be really good for her. Her Concentration 1, even if you have her, I'd say go for Concentration 1. It's really good. Anything related to Hydro will do so much more damage, right? And if they're affected by Omen, which they mostly will if you have to use your burst, any character you switch to will just take so much more damage. It's really good, right? And Concentration 6 is also really good, but if you have her C5, I'd say go for it. But really good character, a really good support, one of the only like main supports in the game that I'd say you should go for. And yeah. Now we're on to the 2 DPS units, Diluc and Keqing. We'll start with Diluc first. Diluc is most likely going to be your go-to, because he is the stronger out of the 2 in my opinion. He does a lot more damage than Keqing does, and it is a lot more useful because of the fact that he gives us a crit rate, which is really good. And then like his skill is like, his cooldown is actually only 10 seconds, but however, if you go through this entire thing, it's like it does really good damage if you look at it, right? And his skill, his burst does really good pyro damage as well, right? It's really good, not amazing for a Claymore user who are usually slow. And his talents again are really good. Like his charge attack stamina cost is 3%, which is not bad, and his duration is 3%, which is actually not bad. And then after you use the power fusion created by your burst, lasts a bit longer, and you'll get 20% power damage, which is really good. And then his constellations are okay. They're not amazing, but it's fine. Like the first one, he'll do more damage to opponents who have higher HP, which is pretty good. Second one, if you use a shield unit, this is basically useless to you, but if you don't, it's pretty good. Constellation 4 is really good too. You'll do more damage with your skill if you time it right, and then at the end you'll do a 40% additional damage, which is really good. And then Constellation 6 is again nothing like what we're talking about, but a really good unit overall. I'd say do not go for Diluc though if you have Eula. If you have Eula, I don't think there's a reason to go for Diluc, because Eula does his job but better. She's a really good physical damage dealer and can outperform Diluc in a lot of places. But if you don't have Eula and you need a good DPS, I think Diluc is your best go-to. Keqing, however, this is the novelty of she's the only 5-star Electro character currently in the game. So take right home as you will. She's a sword character, and her skill, although nerfed a while ago, still is really good. You can throw it out and you can teleport to your opponent, basically, and infuse your weapon with Electro, or you can use a charge attack and it'll do an Electro charge attack at the location of your stiletto, which is really nice. And her burst is just a whole barrage and doing a lot of AoE damage. It's amazing. It's really good. Oh yeah, and yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like after you recast it, when you use your skill again, teleport, you'll get an Electro infusion, which is really good. And then when you use, I believe this is her. No, yeah, this is her burst. I'm an idiot. When you use her burst, her crit rate gets increased, and energy recharge is increased by 50% too, which is really good. Her constellations are pretty okay in my opinion. The first one is you'll do more damage. You'll do like 50% of her attack as AoE Electro damage. And then when your normal charge attack hit opponents like Electro, they have 50% of producing an Electro particle, which is not bad. 10 seconds after she triggers an Electro related element reaction, her attack increases 25%, which is really good. It works hand in hand with this first translation. And then C6, nothing like, it's pretty good. Yeah, effects triggered by normal attack, star attack, yeah. Basically, you normal attack, you charge attack, skill, burst, anything like that, you'll get more electric damage, which is really good. Your burst will hit way harder. Really good unit. However, the only real problem is like she just sort of gets boring after a little bit. And there are a lot of other sword units in the game that sort of do her job a bit better. Like I'll put it up right here. like Albedo, I'd say Albedo is really good for a situation. He can do a lot more DPS than Katsune, and Kazuo is currently out right now, and he's one of the best sword characters in the game by far. Bennett is also here because I think he is undoubtedly the best support in the game. Not only giving you heal, but also attack increase, which is really good, right? She's not bad, but she is contesting a few other characters, which is pretty hard. But she is really good for a non-5-star, which is pretty good. So I would say only go for one of the last three here of Diluc, Keqing, or Mona, because those are like what you'll really get your money's worth out of. The other two are fine, but heal's in a weird spot, so I would say. Now we go on to weapons. Weapons are a hard choice, so let's just get some out of the way. Let's see here. Skyward Pride. I'd say this is completely useless. I'm sorry, but I find this a really big joke. I find this a huge joke, right? Because like, here's all damage by 8%, which is fine. After using Elemental Burst, normal or charge attack on hit, creates a vacuum blade that does 8% of attack and damage to opponents along its path, lasts for 20 seconds, or 8 vacuum blades. It's fine, but the fact that it's like the effect is so minimal, your damage is increased by 8%. I don't know, it's just not that big of a deal in my opinion, right? It's fine, but nothing amazing to write home about. Especially since your other option is the Wolf's Gravestone, which what we're talking about now is one of the best 5-star weapons in the game. That is not limited, like Stephen Homer. You get attack percentage, and then your attack is increased even further by 20%. And on hit, attacks against opponents with less than 30% HP increase all opponents must attack by 40% for 12 seconds, which is really good. You probably won't get the second effect a lot often, but this first effect I would apply with the substat is really good, right? So I'd say Wolf's Gravestone is one of your best bets. Skyward Spine is not horrible. Its only problem is the crit rate is laughable. Like, you're only getting 8% crit rate. Your normal attack speed is being increased by 5%, which is really good. But it's again this vacuum blade that does. It's just it's not amazing right home about, since you're not getting attack for this. You're getting ER, crit rate, and normal attack speed. Like, you're getting attack speed, not attack, right? So again, Terra Harp is one of the first two that actually breaks this trend, because it gives you crit rate and crit damage, which is really good. And hits have a 6% chance to inflict a small AoE attack. This is kind of right? But this is really good. If you if you have Chile and you don't have his Rust or something, you don't have Rust or Stringless, which kind of hard to not have, but if you don't have it, you can use this, and this will work out really well for Chile if you have them. And even then, other units like Fischl and Amber, ironically, can use this pretty well to their advantage. Now, the only problem is, its contestant is the Mimosa's Bow, which is by far one of the best bows in the game, if not the best bow so far. So increase normal charge attack damage by 12%, and after you fire one of them, a damage jump increases by 8% every 0.1 second. The arrows in the air for up to 5 times. Basically, if you have Ganyu, this is your best bow. You will do so much damage with this bow. It is unreal. So yeah, so if you have Ganyu, you get this bow. But the only problem is, you can't really use it with Chile because it has to do with arrows, and Chile doesn't really do charged arrow shots. He does his skill, which but it feels in general, if you just do a normal charge attack and damage dealt increases after a bit of time, then I would say it would be really good for him. But other than that, I'd say don't go for this for Chile. But definitely if you have Ganyu, maybe even Amber C1, go for this. It's not bad at all. Lost Prayer is also one of the better weapons to get. It gives you crit rate percentage, which is better than the other Skywards. Increases movement speed by 10%, and when in battle, you gain an 8% element damage bonus in 4 seconds with a max of 4 stacks. And this doesn't leave until either the character dies or leaves combat. So basically, you're getting 30% elemental damage bonus to Pyro and Nemo, things like that, after 16 seconds, which is not hard, right? You don't even have to, all you gotta do is just wait and then go into battle, and then boom, you have it, right? So this works for a lot of characters. Ningguang, Yanfei, Mona, as I would say, you can use for Mona, and I think it would be really good. And yeah, really good catalyst. Its contestant is the Skyward Atlas, which is also really good. Attack percentage, finally, right? And increase elemental damage by 12%, which is not bad. You are getting less from that, but it's not bad. No attack hits have a 50% chance to earn the favor of the clouds, which actively seek out nearby opponents to attack seconds, dealing 160% attack damage. Not bad, but that's if you're using a DPS catalyst character like Ningguang. If you're not, I'd say don't go for this personally, but this is still a pretty good option if you need to. So, let's. Oh, I forgot about legit. We can let's talk about this real quick. This is the contestant to the other sphere. This I forget what it's called. It's not Skyward Atlas. I forget, but this is contestant, and I'd say you should absolutely get this. If you're going to get a pole arm, get this. It is so good. It gives you crit rate percentage, which it is 22.1%, which is kind of low, but it's still really good. On hit, increase attack by 2.2% for 6 seconds, right? So if you hit anyone, you just get attacked for 3.2 seconds, and a max of 7 stacks. So that's really good. Effect can only occur once every 0.6 seconds, which is very short. You'll get to that quickly. And when you have the max stacks of 7, your damage dealt is increased by 12%, which is really good, right? Really good weapon right here. IT used for Xiao, DPS only if you're using it. Hu Tao if you don't have Homa. Really good option right here. So, oh yeah, and here we go. Let's talk about quickly Aquila Favonia. It gets physical damage percentage, which is pretty okay. Attack is 20%, which is nice. Triggers take when you take damage. This will happen like you generate HP equal to 100% of your attack and doing 200% of attack with damage surrounding opponents. This was sort of made in mind with Gina in mind. Gina's most like or Chi-Chi, right? And it's not a bad sword, but since it caters toward units that you most likely will not be using in a while, I wouldn't say you should go for it. I'd say hold on to this and wait for a unit that might need this, right? Like maybe Alberto might do well with this. I doubt he will, but we'll see. But I'd say don't get this weapon right off the bat. Maybe wait. And like you have better options, right? Like obviously if your main character is a sword character, maybe see if you can find something better, because physical damage is not something that also, like if you're going for Kaching, don't get rid of the sword. She does not work well with physical damage. That's not her goal. Her goal is to do electro damage, which makes her really good. So Skyward Blade is the biggest meme ever. Energy recharge percentage is trash. Crit rate increased by 4%. After you use a burst, your movement speed increases by 10%, your attack speed increases by 10%, and no one on charge hits deal additional damage equal to 20% of your attack. This was also made with Gina and Chi-Chi in mind, but worse than Aquila Favonia, because I don't know if you know this, but man, this is just not amazing. It is definitely better than the other Skyward things, like the Skyward Claymore. This is by far one of the better ones. I think this is like the third best, only down by like the Skyward Harp or Skyward Atlas. But it's not anything amazing to write home about. But if you really must choose, I'd say you should really go for like the Aquila Favonia, because you get more attack out of it. So that's my option. But let's say you're going for Diluc, absolutely get the Wolf's Gravestone. That is your best option by far. He'll just work, it'll benefit him extremely, and he'll do a lot more damage. If you're getting Mona, I'd say you should get Lost Prayers. You get more crit rate, and you'll get 32% elemental damage bonus, which is really good. You'll do a lot more damage with your burst, and then you'll switch out, and then you'll just do more. It's really good, right? And if you're getting Kaching, honestly, I'd say wait. But if you really need a sword, like absolutely right on the spot, I'd say go with Skyward Blade. So Aquila Favonia, as good as it is, you'll benefit more off this with Kaching. You'll get your burst faster, and like you'll attack faster, and you'll do 20% of your attack, which you mostly have a lot of. So I'd say go with the Skyward Blade in my opinion. But yeah, that's my opinion. Again, this is all what I believe is the best option, but you obviously don't have to listen to this. You can obviously do whatever you want. If you want to go Chi-Chi, go right ahead. No, I won't stop you, and honestly, no one should. Right? I'm just telling you what I believe are the best options to go for. And here we are. So these are my options. If you want the best Claymore, go with Wolf's Gravestone. If you want the best polearm, go for Primeval Jade. If you want the best bow, I'd say go for Moses Bow, unless you're running Childe, in which case run Skyward Bow. And Lost Prayers, unless you really want to run like a DPS catalyst like Ningguang, in which case Skyward Atlas is your best bet. And then sword, it depends on the unit, right? And then obviously units, I'd say the best options are Diluc if you don't have Eula, Mona, and Kaching if you need DPS. If you need DPS, Kaching or Diluc, I'd say Diluc if you don't have Eula. And if you do have Eula, Kaching is not a bad option either. And Mona if you need good support. So yeah, that's my analysis. man, it's almost been a year on Genshin, so I hope everyone's enjoying the game so far, both old and new players, and even returning players as well. And hopefully this comes true. I really do think this will happen, or at least in my opinion, I definitely think the 5-star character will happen. I feel like after a year, it only makes sense that you would get like a free 5-star character of sorts. Maybe not this high of an AR though, because that locks a lot of new players. Like, I feel like the idea of Anniversary is you want to try to bring in new people to play the game. So maybe they'll lower it down, like 25 or so, or maybe 20 for nice. But I definitely think this will happen. Maybe not the weapons, because these weapons are super like niche and like imbalanced. There are some weapons like pole arms, bow, like claymore. They're so one-sided with what to pick. With the other two being it depends. But really go around, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll definitely be making a video on the live stream that's gonna be happening next week. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.